Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Run the Magnificent 12 Let's Play here on the Heavy Basics channel, where now we're going to be showing you my Professor Oshawott, which is of course a special sweeper. Now, this is what we call a special choice. Anyway, go downstairs here and you'll be seeing Bianca and Sharon apologizing to your mom about destroying your room. Yes, they should apologize for destroying my room, bastards. Anyway. She'll say that she'll clean up later, and the both of them will be on their way to Professor Juniper or Professor Milf. Anyway, pretty much, let's say. Sharon will be waiting in front of the lab, and Bianca has to go home. So, to resolve the situation, we have to go to Bianca's house after this. Your mom will be like, my, it's been a while since I heard lively Pokemon in the room. Now this is confusing me because she's a trainer? Only a trainer? What? My common sense denominator died in a way. You also receive this item. You'll be surprised. This is the X transceiver, or it's called the cross transceiver, except the X is a cross. Clever. And now you're going to go off to affect the professor as well. Let's go. We have shit to do. Now in the day you'll see Pokemon like Pidovs and that, but in the night you see these Woobats. These Woobats will be useful later on. Actually, it depends on what you prefer you find type bats. Anyway, you get to Bianca's house and they'll say, no, 1,000 times no! I refuse to give you that custard cream. I mean, yeah, why am I saying custard cream? Bianca will be like, oh, it's fine, and she'll be like, waiting in front of the lab. Now, she'll be like, as you may have noted, Bianca is not exactly what you call the most spacious of people you have seen. A Dixie blonde. But, you now head towards the lab with the both of them. So, we'll go inside. And here comes your standard Professor introduction cutscene. Now, a certain friend of mine's been talking about this cutscene and be like, you know, think of it like this. Nintendo decided to treat the Black and White as a reboot to the Pokemon franchise, giving it an entirely new feel. So, in this game you will have no new Pokemon whatsoever. None. Actually, wait. No old Pokemon. Everything is new. They just add the Pokemon into the existing database. And those Pokemon that have actually been added to the entire battling system. Anyway, you just said no to nicknames, so we're just going to call him Oshawott, although I'm going to let the fans decide the nickname. And you'll be now talking about the Pokedex. Sharon is like this extensive brainy person that already knows about Pokemon, yet he has never had a journey. Well, yeah, it just pretty much parallels your actual journey. And of course, you'll be asked to go on an adventure to complete the Pokedex, which is going to be a very interesting task, considering where we're going. And to be perfectly honest, there's like certain information you can't really do. You get the Pokedex, which looks like an iPod for some reason. I don't know why. It just does, really. And Professor Juniper will tell you to meet her on Route 1, which is where we're heading off. And pretty much what happens is they're going to explain that Bianca will now finally get to see her life purpose when they travel. And now she said, what are you going to do? We're going to leave the Route 2 because we are going to be, well, it's your mom and such. Anyway, in the manga version, the guy in the middle starts off with a Tepig, actually not Tepig, a Snivy. Sharon starts off with a Pokeboo, and Ditsy Bianca there starts off with an Oshawott. Wheeze, on the other hand, I don't know what the hell she's got. All three, I'm assuming, because she's a lot better than this lot. The reason why I said Louise is just, well, I just don't like the default names. Hilbert and Hilda. What the fuck what the hell Nintendo was thinking? Really? Personally, I just think some of the names are more European-based than usual. Especially when you get to the Dark Dragon. AKA, oh, I don't know. I can't remember the challenge. Especially when we get our hands on High Dragon later. Anyway, we'll be meeting these two right over there, which is not the town. Nuvema Town's not so big, is it? No, it's not. Anyway, Bianca says we have to start the journey together, but everyone takes their first steps. So, in this cool cutscene, all three will start their journeys together on the first route. And, of course, if you've noticed by now, the 3D effects are cool when they say that the leaves will blow in the wind. You'll see something different, like snow for winter, you get spring flowers for spring, and you get summer leaves for summer. Now it's time for the Pokemon catching tutorial. If you've never seen this before, the Professor will show you how to catch Pokemon. Take a look at the first... Well, take a look at this is how you treat wild Pokemon, so pay attention. You have to pound them into the red area or somewhere close. Catch the Pokemon, throw a Pokeball, which is your basic Pokemon catching device. Throw them right there at the pet wrap there. 3 shakes. Like an easy make, it's done. And such. And now, to conclude the tutorial, she'll be like summed up in 3 points. First step, reduce Pokemon HP, obviously. Pokemon will be very difficult to catch regardless. Step 2, use status moves to make it better. And 3, use Pokeballs, especially the ones they give you. So, she'll be off to Aklamenta Town, which is, I have no idea how to pronounce some of these new names, so... Oh, by the way, the game's out in the States, so you got your copies as well. So hopefully you'll be pronouncing this as a little easier. The European and the American versions are the same, basically, in terms of not only cheats, but of course in terms of quality. Anyway, Bianca and Chira will walk off, and you will be leaving them. And of course, I will not be covering catching Pokemon, because pretty much in the next part we'll be seeing 2 additions that you normally wouldn't see in the game, and that's the other 2 starters.